Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do a disassembly of the Richard Rogers OEM Slim Utility or Slut. And yeah, I think it's mainly because I put oil in there, and I think I got some on the lock bar. So I got some lock stick. The pivot walked a little bit, so I'm just figuring I'll clean it, do the thing, and then maybe try skiffs or whatever, and then we can Loctite it and let her sit. I did bring out some 3/16 Delrin bearings, a set of 5mm 1/16 skiff bearings, and the Gillian 5mm. I just got these back from Gillian, and they are not seized, so they should be good. What he did tell me, actually, interestingly, was that the only way a bearing will seize is if the raceway is messed up. Like something's wrong with the raceway, or they don't match up or something. So it's probably that I'm putting them in knives that they don't fit in or something. I don't know. That was kind of what I got out of that. So I have nano oil 10 weight and 85 weight I've been using. I really do like it a lot, more than I thought I would. So let's see. How should we get into this? I'm hoping the pivot will come out from this side, so I don't have to take the clip out, but we'll see. It is coming out, which is great. There we go. Looks clean in there. There's no Loctite, so that's good. And it does look like a sort of bead-blasted screw, which is good. Might mean Loctite will hold pretty well on there. It is a T8 all around, and this guy is fighting me already. Here we go. That's where they put the Loctite, apparently, is on the body screws. Let's see if I can get it out. I think we got a spinner here, so hang on a second. Need 2 T8s. Put one in here. And then the other one over here so we can feed it out. Oh, God, what was that? Okay. So the screw wants to come out the other side, which really sucks. I don't want that. God damn it. Yeah, it wants to come out that side. Fuck. All right. I'm just going to do it this way and see what happens. Got one more to go, so. Okay, yeah, it's coming out of the other side, so. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. Bearings are falling out. Shit's falling out everywhere. And technically, I don't really need to take that piece out. That's, yeah. Okay. So, but I want to do it because I want to show you what's going on here. And I do not want to lose that guy. And I just scratched shit out of everything, so. There's the blade. There we go. So they did mill the inside of these scales, which is impressive considering the size of this knife is just ridiculously small. They did not need to go that far, but they did. You'll see some black schmutz up here. That's me. That's me putting Sharpie on there. I'm just going to wipe all of this off real quick. Here's your sort of backspacer right here. Just a thin piece like that. It's pretty cool. Go. Let me clean this stop pin. And you have just stock sort of bearings here. 5mm, 1/16, or, you know, whatever they are. Chinese. Not even Chinese. I don't know. They're just stamped bearings. But they are ceramic, and that's fine. I mean, usually that's plenty, right? You got to remember, on a knife this small, this thin, all of the parts and pieces are just like really small. So I mean, your pivot screw here is just like absolutely tiny, not many threads to work with, you know, when it comes to Loctite. So we'll see how that goes. Here's the blade, just absolutely smeared in shit. Mostly my fault, probably. But that's what happens when you get a new knife, and if it's like bead blasted like this, it can be worse. I find it. You end up seeing a lot of like black goo coming out of your knife because of it. So you just clean everything off here. Check the edge because I heard something. Yeah, we're good. When I took it apart, I thought maybe I smacked it somewhere. I want to get into that detemp ball hole, make sure it's clean. We want good engagement, of course. So let me just get some alcohol here. And I'm just gonna, seriously? It's gonna clean the hole, so she said. And I might as well clean the bearing tracks. Now, you can see how thin this knife is, so I'm worried that the bearings that I have aren't going to work right. Let's remember that the pivot went through here. What is that? Oh, God. Okay, so this screw is coming out too. So I might have to Loctite both screws just to be safe. So it kind of helps, though, because now I can put it together however I want, which is good. Let's see, is there anything in there Loctite? What? Oh, there is a D shape, so I need to be careful here. D shape on what side? That was the side the pivot was on, right? The clip? No. See, this is what I always forget. Yes, it was. It went through this way. Guess it doesn't matter, does it? How I do it. Oh, yeah, it is, because it's a notch. So obviously it doesn't go this way, right? It goes this way into the notch and sits. That doesn't make sense either, does it? Does it go? This should just be a hole, right? Yeah. So no matter what I do, this side is just a hole. Although it's catching on the other side there. Oop. I gotta make sure I put it back together, right? Or I'm gonna be in trouble here, so. So that just goes through. Doesn't quite go all the way through, but I'm guessing it goes in this way. And then this side goes and notches into that cutout. Right? Yeah. Okay. I got it. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Clean this side. You can see the question mark. I love that. It's not really. It's an R, but it looks like a freaking question mark. So I get Riddler vibes from this thing. I'm missing something, so I need to be careful here. Pieces of stuff are just like everywhere. Sorry. Terrible example of disassembly. You can see the washer came out. So this is what I want to look at real quick. Is this guy. Because it is a titanium frame lock. So there's no steel insert. And that's where the stick can come in, right? So what I'm looking at now is the bearings. Do I want to... I could even try the 1mm bearings, but these seem to be the 1/16 balls. So we could try... I'm guessing these aren't going to fit. I'm guessing it's 5mm, not 3/16, but we can try. Yes, so it's 5mm, so we can scrap these. So yeah, it's weird. Like when I feel these, they just roll in my fingers. When I feel these, they really don't. Which doesn't necessarily mean they're seized up. It just is weird that they don't roll. Like, why don't they roll in your fingers? But then you'll grab a set of skips, and I don't think they do it either. Yeah, see, they don't really roll in your fingers either. Super strange how these aftermarket bearings work. So let me just see which. So one of these is new because he had to replace it, because he did find an issue with one of the bearings. So all the other ones are supposed to be good. Like these I can feel rolling a little bit, which is good. Don't feel anything. Nothing. But I think once they're in the knife, then they start rolling. I don't know. That's my theory. So anyway, let's try those. I just don't want to take this knife apart 10 times. That's kind of my thought here. But let's just see what happens. So we cleaned everything. Let's get our 10 weight out. First, we need to get that washer back in on this side. So I'm just going to put a drop there and there, and that's going to hold this washer down, which I need to make sure. Jesus. I need to make sure it's in the right way. There we go. This one doesn't even have a track. Oh, yeah, it does a little bit. So I'm going to put a little bit in here. So I'm wondering what I should do. Should I start putting this screw in? I need Loctite, so hang on. This is going to be interesting, guys, so bear with me. Is this pivot screw shorter than this one? Look at this. Fuck. Okay. I'm pretty sure the short one was the one I took out first, right? So this one was the one that was in there. Okay. This was the one that came out of this side then. Right? Because the pivot came out of there. So that means this one was the one on that side. Okay. I don't know how much it matters, but I'm sure it's going to fucking matter, and I'll fuck this up, so. Alright, so I got plenty of Loctite on there. That's good. You don't want to have too much, though, because then you can get it into the pivot, and then you have other issues, so. I am working here. Let's see. Alright, that one's in. Then I want this. What's going on here? There we go. Turn that so it's lined up. Okay. Clean off any excess because we don't want to fucking do this whole thing again with the lock bar getting jacked up. So what I want to do real quick is just do this. Sorry. To help with any Loctite issues, I'm thinking you can use pencil and Sharpie to help. And I'll tell you, I tried before and I couldn't get to the tang because it's such a thin knife. You can't get the Sharpie in. So here's the plan. Let that dry real quick. You might want to turn the sound off or something. Sorry for the overkill, guys, but I might as well do it now and then not have to worry about it, hopefully. That should be good, right? All right. Clean off any excess. I don't want it to look like shit, obviously. All right, cool. So we put oil on there. We got our stop pin. Oh, we need a bearing. We'll see how they fit. I remember putting skips in the one I had. I think they fit. I don't recall exactly, though. We're getting a snowstorm tonight or ice or some shit, so I'm afraid to put the heavy on here because of, you know, the same issue I had. So I kind of just want to put like the tiniest dot somewhere, but all right. Literally just put the tiniest dot I could put on there. I don't want to do this again. All right. One more spot for the 10 weight, and here we go. Get this thing out of here. I don't know how useful this thing is going to be, to be honest, but I bought it, so I'm going to try. All right, let's see. Let's move everything over a little bit. That stuff's together, so it's a pivot. That was the question. You see that? I don't think the pivot goes all the way through. It's hard to tell. I don't know how tall the scale is. Yeah, I think it's just going through the washer. I don't think it's seating all the way in. I'm thinking the bearings are too wide. Let's see. I could try the 1 millimeters, but the action was pretty good on the way it was, so I might just leave it. Let's just see if I can. I think that's why I probably never got the, it might be why I never got the Loctite to stay when I had one of these before. Because that pivot screw wasn't actually going all the way through. Like now it's actually in the liner a little bit. Or in the scale a little bit. So now we gotta load this guy up. We can move these out of the way. Clean that off. Okay. I'm being very sure. Titanium hardware, I think, because it's not jumping to the driver, which is nice. Fuck. Okay. Now I gotta dick around with all the other stuff. And hope that I got it right. And we don't have a bunch of issues, so hold on. Yeah, I don't know if the 1mm, the 5mm, 1mm bearings would work, but usually those are gonna be too small now, you know? Like it's either too big or too small. Where's the cap? Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Alright, let's try to dial this bitch in, okay? Or this slut in, sorry. First I want to tighten these body screws because they're definitely not tightening, yeah. Okay. Lots of play. Alright. Still at play. Not feeling the stick though. That was weird. That side just turned a whole lot. It's pretty tight now. That's not good. And the centering is pretty good. Now it's off to the other side, which is interesting. I wonder if I fucked that pivot situation up. Obviously making it tighter isn't going to make it better, so... Oh, what's going on? Which side? That's the thing now. That was the side I tightened down. That had the little screw in it. This was the one that had the bigger screw, so I don't know if that's the one to loosen. I mean, I feel more play than I did before I took it apart. Well, hold on. Feels pretty good. I mean, very minimal play. If I can get it to stay like this, I mean, the centering's better than it was. It's dead nuts now. So weird that it's slightly off to this side now. But that could be the fact that I maybe flipped the way the screws were in there or something. Or I flipped the bearings. Maybe they were facing the other way. Some knives prefer to be facing out. But this seems really good now. So it's a little bit looser than I want, but I can't even tighten that side. So hold on. Can't tighten that side either. What's going on here? There, a little bit. Just try something. Where did that pull the blade? I mean, nothing really. Betting if I let it Loctite here, maybe, and then let it break in. I don't want to keep flicking it. Fuck. I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm wrenching on it. Tempted to flip the bearings over. Yeah, we got it together fine, so that's good to know. Can I get them out this side? Oh, can I? Well, that was the side that came out last time, right? I don't remember now. Then I know I just need to take this top one out. Yeah, baby. Okay. I wish I could get bearings in there. Hold on, I might try these. I don't think skips will work. I just think they're too fat. Like, I just think thickness-wise, they're just a little too thick, and they cause an issue in there. And that's why I had issues Loctiting the suckers before. Let me just see. I have an idea. Sorry, I know this is annoying and taking forever, but you don't have to watch. So I have these. These are the 3/16 1mm. Where are these? There they are. So this is my idea. I wonder. See, these might be too small now. See, look how much smaller they are. But they'll fit over the... I mean, it'd be weird. But I also don't think they line up on the... they were going to create a new raceway, aren't they? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. See, look, now it's too tight, I think. Like, watch. Tighten this down. put the pivot in. It's all loosey because it's probably too. I can't even tighten it anymore. Although that one bearing's not in the pocket, it looks like. Hold on. See that? That's so weird. The one bearing isn't seated right. Okay, so let's do this then. Okay, come on. Don't be a bitch. Why doesn't that want to move now? There we go. Fuck. Just come off of there, you shit stain. Fuck. Jesus. Okay, so let's try these facing out, right? What the fuck is going on now? I have no idea. Hold on. Why? Why aren't you going in? This is a shit show. I'm gonna need a driver for that. I just don't feel like pouring Loctite on here constantly. Just my God, get the fucking bubbles out of here, Jesus. All right. This is why you don't take knives apart, guys, because you can fuck them up. I don't know why that wasn't locking up. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's try this for the 10th time now. That one's tight. That one's tight. I don't know what the hell's going on over here. There we go. Thank you, you fucker. That one's tight. Sorry, kid's monitor's dying. Centering sort of looks like it did before, so that's good. A little bit of play. Yes. Okay. I think we're in business, so hang on. Sometimes, man, no play. Yes, it's very smooth. So, sometimes knives just want to go together a certain way, guys. This knife, it wants the bearings facing outwards. That's just how it needed to be, I guess. Nothing. I don't feel anything, and yet it's way smoother than it was before. I'm tempted to leave it like that. I just backed off a smidgen. The centering looks perfect now. I just want it to drop. That's all I really want. I think it's going to break in and end up dropping, so I don't want to force it really, but I kind of do. Just going really slightly. That centering is money. Okay, I'm going to actually turn it a little bit. There we go. There it is. I mean, maybe a little play. So weird. It's almost like it gets loose and then tight and then loose and then tight. See that? It's so weird. There's no play there. I think that'll break in if I just shut up and leave it. So look at that. Perfect centering. Everything's tightened down. And I Loctited it on both sides. Hopefully it holds. And I just can't touch this for at least, I don't know, till tomorrow. Hopefully I'll refrain in the morning. So that's the OEM Slim, guys. It wanted to have the bearings facing out, it seems, to have the centering get right, and to get at least the action that I would want. Very smooth, yeah. Money, money, money. So I'm going to leave it alone. How's that blade play? Just nothing. So yeah, this is perfect. Just done. So this is where if you're still watching this, guys, this is where when you're dicking around with your knife, you need to just refrain from touching the thing for at least 24 hours, I would say. I'm probably going to mess with it tomorrow afternoon. This stuff seems to cure in a couple hours, maybe, you know, like overnight usually. But, you know, I'll try my damnedest to hold off as long as I can, and we'll see how it holds up. But I'm loving this knife, guys. It's an absolute home run. The clip is phenomenal, by the way. It works so excellent. Yeah, so love it. Big thank you to Sally Rogers for the hookup. Really amazing. So skiffs aren't really a win here, guys. I gotta say, you can try it, and I've seen people say they fit, but they must be having a loose pivot, you know, tightening it a lot, or just don't care about blade play or something, because I could see that, like, it's just science, right? Like, I mean, you could see the pivot wasn't going all the way through with the Gillians, and they're the same width as the skiffs. I mean, I don't know if they, yeah, because the bearings are 0.63 and these bearings are, wait, 0.50. That's the cage. I don't know. You gotta, the bearings are 1/16, and that's what these are too. And that's your width, basically, right? So I don't know. Anyway, I don't think skips would have been any better. And I'm happy with it the way it is. There's no movement in here, if you know what I mean. That's usually what I'm trying to avoid. And I fucking fixed the centering too. That's awesome. So I love this thing. I'm putting it away, and I'm going to shut up. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching if you're still here. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.